Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, June the 18th. We're heading into Father's Day weekend. This coming Sunday is Father's Day. And if you're a papa, I hope you have a good Father's Day. Larry Brown is with us.
Good morning.
He's a dad. Happy Father's Day to you, Larry.
Well, thank you. And grandfather.
And a grandfather.
Yes.
Not a great-grandfather yet.
Not yet. Not yet. No.
Okay. But this being Father's Day weekend, you have a song that is appropriate, right?
Yes, we all have been fathered. You know, whether or not we've had a genetic father present, and many, of course, kids grow up without that possibility. Some are cared for by grandparents, some are mothered only, but there's always those people who've been the mentors, have been the folks who've helped us learn the lessons we would need for life later. There have been people who have fathered us, whether those role models have been someone in the community or your faith community or the neighborhood. And I used this song through the years to kind of say thank you for those people who've played that role for me and hopefully for others. And also a reminder that whether or not we are literally, technically a father, we may indeed be that kind of influence for someone else.
You never know, do you?
You do not know.
You never know. You never know who you've influenced from
That's right.
one day to the next. That's why it's important to just try your best every single day.
So this is a song to sort of say thanks for those people that have been important in my life and maybe our life. It is a John Denver song from, I think, back maybe 1980 or so, but he wrote it as a tribute to Buckminster Fuller, who he looked to as a mentor. But the phrases, the language, the attitude, I've often had in mind my grandfathers and how they were influenced on me.
So here's Larry Brown. What's the name of the song?
What One Man Can Do.
What One Man Can Do, Larry Brown.
I suppose that there are those who say he had it easy, had it made in fact before he'd even begun. But they don't know the things I know. I was always with him. It may sound strange, but we were more than friends. It's hard to tell the truth when no one wants to listen, when no one really cares or understands. And it's hard to stand alone when you need someone beside you. Your spirit and your faith, they must be strong. What one man can do is love. What one man can do is dream. What one man can do is change the world and make it work again. Here you see what one man can do. As shaded as his eyes might be, that's how bright his mind is. That's how great his love for you and me. A friend to all the universe, grandfather of the future, and everything that I would like to be. What one man can do is dream. What one man can do is love. What one man can do is change the world and make it work again. Here you see what one man can do. What one man can do one man can do is love. What one man can do is change the world and make it young again. Here you see what one man can do. Here you see what one man can do.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a John Denver song you said?
John Denver song. Yes.
I thought I knew all of his songs.
Oh.
I did not recognize that.
And one man.
But you did a beautiful job of that, Larry.
You know, I think again, and I was out at a high school class reunion just recently, and we were reminiscing, of course, and in a small community, we all knew our parents and our grandparents. And what kept coming up was those values that were instilled in all of us. Now, in some ways, in a small town, as they say, it takes a village, that we were parented by many people in that community. But there were folks talking about my father and talking about my grandfather and how important they were. And for me, they were hard workers. And my other grandfather as well, who wasn't as close physically through the years, the value of work and honesty. And people will look to them as people of integrity. And I kept saying, wow, that's what parenting, that's what fathering is about, is instilling those kind of values, giving people the skills to make good decisions in life.
You mentioned honesty, and my father instilled honesty into me. I remember, I don't know if I told this story or not, I'll do it real quick. I was about 7 or 8 years old, and we lived out in the country, and we had just a general store about 5 miles from us. And we had gone down there shopping. We came back home. My father was going through the bill, and he said, "Oh, we got 5 or 6 cents too much in change back." I think it was 4 or 5 pennies we got
Just a
back.
few cents. Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, well, that's okay." He goes, "No, that's not okay." He said, "This isn't our money. We have to take this back to Mr. Freeman." He said, "And you're going to take it back to him." We drove back down there, and I think I had those 5 pennies in my hand. And I walked into the store, and I said, "Mr. Freeman, you gave us too much money here. My daddy said we have to give it back to you." I will never, ever forget that. He told me never to take anything that wasn't mine. It didn't belong to us. We had to give it back.
And that's the kind of lessons that we pass on to others. So hopefully.
So that's my tribute to my dad for Father's Day, too.
All right.
Happy Father's Day, Larry.
Happy Father's Day.